I cannot believe I just got the PSVR2 for $100 off. I got to tell Steve about this. Yo, what's up, Steve? Yo, what up, man? You're never gonna believe it. Your mom ready to date me? No. Your sister? No. Dude, just listen to me for a second. I just got the PSVR2 for $100 off. You know, I just got that brand new PC. You know you gotta buy a whole nother link box for that. Wait, what? You know you also have to buy a cable? Whatever, a new cable is a new cable. You know the HDR doesn't work, huh? You know the eye tracking doesn't work. Wait, what? You know that the haptic triggers aren't active. No. You know that the headset feedback isn't there. No. Yep, that's what I'm saying. No! Later, man. Alright, well, good thing I saved the receipt.
Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show. It's time for the show.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Frank here, and it seems like Sony has pulled the rug out from under us yet again. Now, as you know, I am a huge PSVR supporter. I was a huge PSVR2 supporter, and I'm still holding out hope, but you know what? I had a lot of hope in this PC update, ability to use the headset as a PC VR headset, and I was hoping that it would take advantage of all the great features of the headset and it would knock all the competitors out of the market, because it's like, yeah, I could spend maybe $100 less on this, but this PSVR2 offers all these great features. Nope. It ain't gonna offer all those great features. You gotta buy this $60 connector thing. You gotta buy another display cable. I mean, I see there's a market for people that probably already own it and own a PC, and now it's compatible. You can play a lot of Steam VR games that maybe you couldn't have played in the past, but I have a very strong feeling that most of those folks dabbled in the world of Quest 2, Quest 3, and it's really, I mean, Quest 2, I can understand an upgrade, but really, I mean, a Quest 3 is so much more capable that it's really, I mean, it's a weird market. Not to mention, and honestly, I think this might be the biggest thing in my opinion. You can't buy controllers separately. So I know for a fact PC VR games, a lot of them will have you moving around a lot more than PSVR2 games, just because they were built without a wire in mind a lot of times. They're huge room scale, and I have broken some PC VR controllers. I never broke my PSVR2 controllers, but I've seen people break PSVR2 controllers. But if you put A and B together and you're gonna get C, and when you look for your ability to purchase, it ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to guide them. So we're gonna, I don't know if they're gonna throw them on the market or anything more like that. I have very low hopes. Now, that being said, there was also some really big announcements for games that are coming. So they just did a showcase the other day, and they finally played a trailer for Behemoth, and Behemoth it's looking awesome. But I wasn't worried about Behemoth because Saints and Sinners is a great game. Skydance kills it when it comes to VR games, VR interactions, this and that. And even if Behemoth was literally just a reskin of the Saints and Sinners system with some new weapons that were kind of tricked out to fit that world, I was a happy camper, but it looks like they've gone above and beyond, and there's gonna be a lot to it, so I'm hyped. If you like the Saints and Sinners games, if you like the feel of those games, I'm assuming it's gonna be a similar vibe, a similar feel on a much grander scale, just because of how epic everything's gonna look. So I'm really hyped for that one. Now, there was another game that was announced, and it was Servio's Aliens game. Well, it was already announced, but they showed a little bit more footage from it. And if I know one thing, it's that Servio's makes a great game. They've been working on this for a while. Actually, I have some buddies from First Contact that went over to Servio's to work on this. Great people. So I'm expecting a phenomenal title. I mean, if you were able to play that Alien game back in the day when it got a PC VR mod in VR, it was nuts. And this looks in a similar vein to that, so I'm hyped, extremely hyped. Now, the big sad news from the event was that we got the Astro Bot trailer for the new game, and it looks like it's not coming to PSVR2. There does not seem to be any kind of VR support that is announced yet. It just said coming to PS5. Understandable, if we're being honest. I heard a statistic from the old Astro Bot game. I think like 80% of players didn't even make it past the first world. And as a developer, that's tough. I think that happens across a lot of titles, but I think that they just saw Astro Bot is a chance to really embrace this new mascot for PlayStation. And if you keep it just on PlayStation VR2, it's not gonna reach its lengths that it could reach. And I think it's really gonna be a very fun game. And I do think that they were unable to really add PSVR2 support because I'm assuming that just they wanted to stick to like gameplay that really wouldn't be compatible with one and the other. I don't know. I'm hoping that something still happens, but I have no idea, or a little attach on, add on, this or that. Regardless, I'm gonna play the game. I like the Astro Bot games. I like the Astro Bot world. I thought it was a great, I'm assuming that because of the success of that demo that came with the PS5 that really shows off the functionality of that controller. I mean, there was raves about that one. That they saw that as a really good chance to extend that into a full title, and that was probably just a test run. So like I said, it all makes sense to me, but yes, it is sad coming from VR, knowing that Astro Bot was kind of like our hero or savior, possibly even a savior for the console, because maybe if they pushed an Astro Bot game that everybody wanted to buy that was PSVR2 only, more people might get into it, but you know what I mean? It's one of those cart before the horse or whatever they say. I have no idea. But regardless, that's it. That's the latest news in the world of PlayStation VR2. There's a bunch of little indie things going on here and there, but overall, I mean, I would say if you're really interested in what's going on, latest and greatest in VR, if you're not into Quest, if you're not into more of the PC VR, kind of like Quest has opened up their ecosystem to a whole lot more headsets, so you're gonna see a lot more of those in the future. Google is starting to partner with Magic Leap to produce some kind of things here and there. Apple is eventually gonna get their cheaper tier model out to everybody. It can do a lot more. They just got Unreal Engine with it. Marvel Studios has this really cool looking game that's on it. So there's a lot kind of competition in this world of headsets that's starting, because in all honesty, I see this as kind of the like Apple Android of the future, right? So right now there really is just Apple Android phones. There are people that will argue you otherwise, but at the end of the day, that's pretty much it. And for VR, there will be probably some similar two combatants ecosystem, and most others are probably going to die out. I have no idea, but those are my assumptions. It seems like everybody's kind of vying for those spots right now and trying to kind of stake their land in what doesn't exist yet, which is the metaverse, but people are trying to build it. So yeah, that's about it. I have low hopes for PSVR2, sadly, at this point. I will continue to cover it, but I will probably, like I said, cover more Quest stuff. I mean, when I cover videos, I've been so busy. I mean, I don't know how much y'all care about personal life and all this and that. Maybe we can do a separate video separately, but regardless, I've been all over the place. So yeah, that's about it. I was really excited for this announcement. It was done in a blog post once again, instead of like even a video. I was hoping that developers, and they would really be pushing that we can't wait to see what developers are going to use all these exciting features on our headset for in PC VR world, what haptics and extra support Alex might have with PSVR2, something cool, but no, it was just kind of like, that was the vibe that I got. So yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Frank here. Thank you all for coming through. You are the most beautiful people in the world. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for hanging out. Seriously, y'all are the best. Like I said, I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be doing anything. I would just be working without any extra fun, purpose, hobby, fun, great stuff. So keep doing you. Don't forget it. And as always, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on, nah. Smudges.